Does your power steering have you working way too hard? Well, I'm going to show you how to fix that on a 2007 Honda Accord. I've already done this step, but first step is you put a wrench or socket, it's kind of a tight fit, to get onto the tensioner. Give it a pull or push or something. It'll release the belt. And the next step is you got to take off the pulley. I used a big screwdriver to hold it in place, and then I used a 19. There are 3 bolts to remove to get these lines off. This is the high pressure. This is from the reservoir, and they're 10 millimeter. And as I suspected, taking these hoses off would make a mess. I put some towels down before. So remove that. Next step is the pulley. Take the pulley off. Super straightforward. Should be. Maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. Pulley was in good condition. The grooves weren't too bad, so I'm not going to replace that. But you can tell that this has been leaking for some time. It's extremely hard to turn this car, and there's quite a bit of fluid down below. Before I get this all buttoned up, I'll give her a nice clean. Make sure that the belts are working well, aren't slipping. Next step, there's 2 bolts, 1 and 2, to remove the whole unit. All right, got those 2 bolts loosened. I'll remove that, and the whole unit should just pop right off. All right, that second bolt is almost off, and yeah, it just came right out. So that's the unit. It's definitely been leaking. It's quite nasty. Next thing I'm going to tackle is the high pressure line, and as you can see, it runs all the way down and along. There's a few brackets, namely 3, that you have to remove to get the pressure pipe removed from its brackets. So there's 1 right there, looks like to be about a 10, and there's another one. There's 1 right there, looks to be about a 10 as well. And then that is what you have to remove. That's the power steering unit right there. Got all 3 removed. 3 of the brackets. Next I'm fitting is about a 16. Alrighty, got that removed. Now it's just finagling this hose out. You gotta remove that connector on that sensor, and then you'll be good to go. Pull it right on out. And then to get the sensor off, you just throw a crescent on it and break it, twist it off. Make sure you get the O-ring. Keep this part. Got the new high pressure hose in there. You kind of had to fiddle around with it to get it in there, but it's in there. I want to get it started bolting in and hooked up. Put the little holders right there. I got everything all snugged up. Brackets. Got the connector hooked up. Got the top bracket hooked up. All right. Got the power steering pump installed. Next I'm going to put the pulley on. All right. So I got the pump on. Got the hoses installed to factory spec. Got the serpentine belt on. I double checked with the diagram to make sure that it was the correct. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some fluid in the reservoir. I'll put the reservoir back in its bracket. I'll give it a start and turn the wheel left to right, lock to lock, get the air out of the system.